Hey everyone. Try that again.
Hey guys, it is hot out here. We are in northern Texas and it is hot. It is really hot, right?
I like it. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I like it though.
So we are out here sweating, but we wanted to come and share with you guys a Motivational Monday number two. And so today we kind of wanted to motivate you to love the people around you, to slow down, to love your kids, love your family, love your friends, and just take that time to show them that you love them, even if it's in a really small way. Say hi. And so we're going to talk to you guys about some of the reasons why we choose to celebrate half birthdays with our kids.
Hey everyone. Today we wanted to talk about, one of the things we wanted to talk about is why we do half birthdays. The first time I ever heard of a half birthday was when we celebrated Ariana's, I think,
18-month.
Her 18-month birthday. And when Elena had told me about it, I thought it was one of the most silliest things ever. And
I didn't know that. Yeah, at the time you were just like, oh, that's so cool.
At the very beginning, my initial thought, so don't feel offended or anything like that. My initial thought was, that's kind of silly. And I was just thinking, that's just kind of being a sentimental person. And I'm definitely, at the very beginning, before we had gotten married, I was not a sentimental person. I didn't have empathy. I was a single person who just hung out with a bunch of other, mainly single guys. And all we did was, party and stuff. And family life wasn't too big, at least for me. So when I heard her celebrating half birthdays, I was just like, man, that's almost ridiculous. But then she actually explained it to me and explained to me why she did it. And one of the many things that she had told me was that you have to celebrate every day, really, but it's just good to celebrate the small things in life and just kind of slow down. And it's not always just that 1 year birthday. It's just really about slowing down and just trying to cherish those moments, like right now with this guy here. And
almost 3 months old already.
3 months old.
Almost.
And it made me really look at life in a different way, where if any one of my friends or my family members were to pass away tomorrow, I know that I would definitely want to have spent half birthdays or monthly birthdays.
Or just taking that time to acknowledge what you appreciate about them, right?
Yeah. Another thing that you actually told me that really stuck with me throughout this entire time is that if if I were to be on my deathbed, what would I want to be doing, or what would I be thinking about, or what would I wish that I had done? And again, that the whole half birthday thing really just stuck with me, because I started thinking like, oh man, what happens if I am on my deathbed? I know that I wouldn't be thinking about the money that I would be making, or the jobs that I had done, or if I did a good job or not, or if I was just hustling and doing all this other stuff. So that's really how the half birthdays really stuck with me.
Yeah. Sorry about that. We had to get little Cypress. Say hi. He's sucking on an empty bottle.
Sucking on formula bottle when he's usually drinking milk, and he actually
is this Raul's bottle?
He drank the rest of it.
Oh my.
Nasty.
That's yucky. That's yucky. Say hi. So I first heard about half birthdays from my Uncle John. My aunt remarried him when I was about, got remarried to him when I was about like 7 or 8, something like that. Maybe 6 or 7, doesn't matter. But he just has like a really fun personality. Say hi. And kind of is one of those people that just really likes to celebrate life and spend time with people. He's very much a people person. And so he actually, I think he called me on like that first half birthday after we met. Like one of the things he had asked me was like, how old are you? And I forget how old I was, but I told him, and he was like, well, when's your birthday? And then he had figured out, oh, well, you're not just that, you're that and a half. And I was like, oh, and that made me excited. And so he's like, do you know when your half birthday is? So he told me. So anyways, that was kind of, I don't think that he celebrates it the same way that like we do. He does it more in a joking way. Like he calls his grandkids on their half birthdays, and, it's more like on a smaller scale. We kind of maybe overdo it, but like in the best of ways. But anyways, that's where I first heard about it. It was never something that I celebrated. It wasn't something that he called me like every half birthday or anything growing up. But it was just kind of came to my attention. So I don't know really what made me think of it when I first had Ariana. I had Ariana when I was barely 19. And I think it just really stuck to me. That was like, I don't know what kind of life I'm going to be able to give her. I don't know what my future holds. At that time, I just felt like, okay, my future is going to be so much different than I thought that it was going to be. And I think just something came into me that was like, I want to cherish. He's singing the alphabet. I just want to cherish this time with her. W-X Y-N-Z D. Now I know my ABC. Next time, won't you sing with me? Yay! So that just kind of stuck with me. So when I became a mom, it just really was in my mind. That was like, what? That is the most important thing to do. Is to spend time with your kids and celebrate their life. And I think I didn't know I would end up having 8 kids this close together, especially. I had wanted to adopt and stuff. I didn't I couldn't have foreseen the future, but it's actually become even more important the more kids that we have, because I think it's easy as humans, we can actually look at like the hard parts of things and the negative things. It just comes easier to us as humans, unfortunately. And I think on a day-to-day basis, you can really get in that mindset of, oh, I got to do the laundry, I got to vacuum, we got to do this, we got to do that. Okay, the baby woke up. Okay, I really need to do this. And we homeschool. So, there's always, it's easy to kind of see your kids as responsibilities. And like, not that you would phrase it that way, but it's just kind of like, you're just kind of always thinking about what needs to be done for them. And I think that for us, we have found that having those half birthdays, it gives them something to look forward to, and gives us as a couple and as a family to take that time twice a year on the half birthday and on the yearly birthday to celebrate them, to take a pause and say like, you are celebrated, your life is meaningful, you are special. And I read them a book every half birthday and every birthday by Nancy Tillman called On the Night You Were Born. And if you guys haven't read that and you're a parent, I definitely recommend getting that book. It just talks about how each child is fearfully and wonderfully made and unique, and there's no one else. There's no one else like them. Every half birthday and birthday, we kind of go around the the table usually, or room, whatever, with everybody, and we kind of share what we love or what we appreciate about the birthday person. And so we do that on half birthdays and on yearly birthdays. And so it's a really fun way for that child to get excited twice a year to celebrate their life, but also gives like everyone else a chance to pause and think, you know, what do I love and appreciate about this person, and what makes them unique, and what do they like, you know, to think about them. So it's really become, like, now that we've had more kids, don't you think it's become even more like critical, because it highlights that child, you know, because we have our hands full, and so it gives us a chance to kind of highlight a specific child. And of course, like, it's, you know, we don't do it like a real, you know, a yearly birthday. Like, it's not like it's the whole day is like completely about them and they get, you know, a bunch of presents and everything. They get usually one or two small things. And you know, if it's when they were in public school, if they were at school that day, you know, it's not like we would pull them out of school. They still went to school. If Daniel's working that day, you know, he goes ahead and works, but it gives them something to look forward to. Like, that night we have like a dessert of their choice, and they get to blow out a candle, and we sing to them, and, you know, we do that tradition of sharing what we love and appreciate about them. So it's just a really fun way to slow down, you know, kind of hit the brakes on life and say, okay, you know, this is not about doing all the laundry. It's not about cleaning up. It's not about waking up in the night. It's about human lives. Like, this is a human being with, you know, individual interests, individual gifts and talents. And, you know, they all bring so much joy to our family, like in a unique and special way. It's funny, even though we have 8, if one of them is missing for the day, they go do something with someone else, or, you know, they're sick and they're just kind of more quiet, it's like our house feels so empty. Like, with one kid gone, it just strange. Like feels so different. Very strange. And that's what we want to slow down time. I mean, we try, like Daniel said, you know, it's about celebrating life every day, and I really try to live my life like that, of really having that mentality every day of, you know, this is the focus. Like, I'm not gonna look back on things as a old granny and go like, oh, wasn't it so great? Or a young granny. yeah, hopefully. But, you know, like, I'm not gonna care about all these things that stress me out all the time. And do they still stress me out sometimes? Absolutely. Like, absolutely. And that's what is so helpful for me, to always have that in my mind and remind myself. And having those half birthdays when you have 8 kids, it comes pretty frequently. It's pretty frequent that it's like, oh, and, you know, we've got one, our son Koa, he's saying his half birthday, what did he say? He's counting down. I think it's in 16 days, I think it's 16 days like now. That. And he's counting down, and it's, you know, it's something fun to look forward to. And of course, they're excited about the little gift, but I think they're also, like, just really excited that, like, they know it's their day. It's their special day. Yeah. You know? And they know that life will kind of slow down. Like, we still have to do our normal things. It's not like we cancel everything. Oh my gosh, it's a half birthday. But it's like, they know that they're going to get some individual time and be celebrated. So let us know in the comments, you know, if you guys have any traditions like that, or you did when you were growing up, or he's blowing raspberries, just what you guys do in your families to kind of like slow down, because I think as parents we kind of all have that, or maybe even if you're not a parent and you've gone through like your parent passing away, or a friend, or whatever, just having you know, that realization that life is short, and how can we treasure it more? How can we treasure the people around us more? How can we, you know, the whole thing about, like, you don't want to bring flowers to someone's grave that, like, you didn't bring flowers to in real life. What is that phrase? What do people say about that?
I don't know.
I don't know what that phrase is.
I'm not familiar with that one.
But it's like, you know, you don't want to wait till... I'm
familiar with that one, but I have absolutely no way.
Yeah, you don't want to wait till someone dies to, like, show them that you cared. And obviously it's not about giving things. I don't know. It's about spending that time. It's about sharing that with them. So on half birthdays and birthdays, we do like a special prayer over them, like as a family. Oh, he's gagging.
Sorry, buddy.
So we hope that this video motivated you guys to maybe slow down in your lives. And you know, I don't want to sit here and pretend that like every day is just this, you know, we're floating on clouds telling our kids how much we love them. You know, life gets real. We're busy, we're stressed out, we're tired, very, very tired. But that's kind of the whole point, right? It's like we are tired, and this isn't because we have 8 kids. I mean, obviously that adds to it, but I mean, this was critical for us when we had 1 kid, when we had 2 kids, when we had 3 kids. That, you know, you just need to take, you know, hit the brakes sometimes and say, you know what, this is what really matters, is that I pray over my babies. I communicate to them what I love about them, what I appreciate about them, what I notice in them. So, you know, just saying, I love that you're so artistic. I love that you always think of others. I love that you love to read. I love that you love to dance. You know, whatever it is, because we don't always think of phrasing things that way. But I think, you know, it builds kids up to hear it, and to hear it on a regular basis in a consistent way throughout their lives. I think only good things can come from that.
Yeah, and another thing that we like to teach our kids is that we love them no matter what, for their flaws, for their accomplishments, for everything, or for nothing at all.
Yeah.
Because that's important, just to let them know that we love them no matter what.
And we're proud of them. No matter what.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Because we don't want our kids to be set up to, okay, my parents are going to love me because I'm accomplishing things, or I'm doing well in this or that. It's not that. We are proud of them.
Or because I'm artistic, or because I'm good at this, because I'm good at that. You know,
we want them to know that we love them unconditionally, no matter what. Win or lose in a game or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because we have just seen so many things in our lives where we see parents are putting so much pressure on their kids for, hey, you better do good in this, or you better do good in that, you better do this or do that,
sports, whatever.
And that gives kids this complex of, you know what, my parents only love me when I do this, or when I'm doing well, or, you know. And we don't want our kids to be living with that type of shadow or cloud, I should say, over them. So we always try to let them know that we love them no matter what. We're always proud of them, and they don't need to do anything to make us more proud of them, or do anything to make us love them.
Yeah. I think another benefit is for our other children, to also take that time to compliment and praise and lift up their brothers and their sisters on their special day. Oh my. Oh, you feel better? So I think, you know, siblings can get used to always giving each other a hard time, or you know, just kind of always playing around and not really being serious. And of course that's fine, but twice a year at least, it's nice that they take that time to say, you know what, I really appreciate that you know, you always want to play with me, or you always notice when I'm sad, and you always make me feel better. Or, you know, the little kids will often tell the bigger kid that's having a half birthday or a birthday, you know, I love you because you always help me, you know, or you kiss my boo-boos. And it just kind of gives everybody that pause, including the kids, to get in the habit of telling their siblings, communicating. Because so much of the time we think that on the inside, and we might show it through like a hug or whatever real quick, but to actually say those words, you know, we really believe that words carry power. And unfortunately, so much of the time we use our words in the wrong way. We communicate the most when we're upset, or we're frustrated, we're angry. And these, you know, these kind of traditions give everybody the chance to use their words to build up people. And one of the side effects of that, Daniel's over here killing mosquitoes.
Number 3.
Oh my god.
So far.
They always go to him. I never get bit. Why is that?
Because they're racist.
Bless you. Bless you. So one of the side effects of doing this, I mean, we've done this our kids' whole lives, and this has just, it kind of branches off from this tradition, is that everybody is like, all of our kids are really good at communication and like lifting each other up, and even like lifting Daniel and I up, instead of it always being like, can you help me with this, can you help me with that, you know, like they'll just come up to us and be like, thank you for always helping me with this, you know, thank you for homeschooling me, thank you for making, you know, this meal or that meal, or thank you for loving me. That's like a really, like, that always catches me off guard to this day. Like our little kids will come up and be like, thank you for loving me, and they're so genuine. They'll give me a hug, and I'm like, I never thought about saying stuff like that when I was little. You want to come up here? So I think that's a cool side effect of the tradition, is that it has given the kids that habit of talking nice to each other and thinking of things, you know, intentionally thinking of what is something nice that I can say, what is a compliment that I can give, training themselves to think about their siblings.
I got one.
You got one on me?
Yeah.
They're not racist. Thinking, don't you think, like it's taught them to actually like think about, what do I appreciate about this person? Because isn't it so much, like, it's sad, but it's so much more natural to kind of like focus on like what you don't like about someone. And this has trained our kids from a young age to actually sit there, because they know that their turn is coming. You know, we make our way around the table and they know that their turn. Is he just over there just spitting up? What's wrong, baby? He doesn't normally spit up very much. And he's a little sticky. It's hot. We need to wrap this up so we can go into the air conditioning. But yeah, I feel like it's definitely like trained everyone from a young age to communicate and to think about, what do I appreciate about my sibling? What do I love about my sibling? What are my siblings' strengths? And so anyways, I hope that this encourages you guys or motivates you guys. Yeah. And I guess even if you don't have kids, you know, celebrate with your friends, celebrate with yourself, acknowledge yourself on your half birthday, and you can take that time to just slow down and appreciate life, or count your blessings, make a list of what you're thankful for that's happened in the last 6 months or whatever. So
I think it's a good first, second, or third date surprise. Guys,
happy half birthday.
Kudos to that person. Lots of brownie
Let's just
points.
hope that the birthday was like told, and that, you know, you didn't figure it out by stalking the and they're like, how did you know my birthday?
Backfire real fast. So know the birthday first before you go on that first, second, third date and surprise them with their half birthday. If you guys like this, go ahead, like, share, subscribe. I wonder where Mama's at. Where did Mama and where did Sai go? Not sure. What? There's Sai. And there is Mama. Oh, and there's Momo.
Let me put that dog right here.
Oh.
It's okay. Hey, Cavell, show me what you got. That's awesome, bud. Nice. Good job, bud. Can you go down on your tummy?
No, I'm actually my head.
Oh, okay. Try to go on your bottom then. Are you playing with Rex? Are you playing with Rex?
Birds soar away.
What?
I'm letting birds soar away, but that's in my bin.
Oh, that's nice.
And nobody ever jumps in my bin.
That's nice.
No, I want to do one.
Okay. Let's go. Woo! Now your turn, Ozzy. Oh, did you hurt your back? Sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
Go.
1, 2, 3. Cypress, run in there. Can you run in the sprinkler? One, 2, 3, go! Run! Run, 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 run! Woo! Mama needs to straighten out that hose so no one trips. Yay!
Oh, Four little elephants went out to play over the hills and far away. They had such enormous fun. They called another elephant to come. Oh, elephant!
Outside.
5 little elephants went out to play over the hills and far away. They had such enormous fun. They called another elephant to come. Oh, elephant!
Say hi.
Hello.
A boogie. A boogie boogie.
Hello. Well, just put your boogies in your mouth.